A big mistake a lot of creatives make is they think, I've got to sell my art. That's the only way to make money. That's not the only way to make money. There's loads of ways to make money. First way you need to know is, yo Wagwan, hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to create a digital product to sell. And we're going to be basically going through different digital product ideas, and I'm going to give you a kind of framework that you can use to come up with a digital product idea. Because digital products are, in my opinion, the best thing, because there's zero startup cost. Usually, like if you just create a PayPal link or something, you got zero startup cost. But you know, if you create a store, or you know, you have some sort of payment processor, then there's a little bit of a cost, but generally very, very low cost, way easier to set up than a physical goods business. Now, if you don't know who I am, I'm Jay Carteret from jcarteret.com, teaching you how to be better at music, online business, and online marketing. This is the #1 spot for musicians and creatives that don't want to be starving artists. So if that sounds like you, click on that subscribe button and check out the rest of the content on the channel, because you will love it here, guaranteed. Okay, so digital products, how to create one, how to sell it, how to, you know, create one that you can sell online. This is something that I'm super passionate about, because I believe, let me bring this mic down a little bit. I believe, you know, if you're creative, this video is mainly for creatives, but anyone who wants to start a business, this is going to help you out a lot. This is going to give you the framework you need and have you asking the questions that are going to give you the answers that allow you to actually make money with your digital product. So if you're creative, let's talk specifically about music producers and artists. Yeah, a big mistake that a lot of creatives make is they believe that they have to sell their art in order to create money. For example, music producers, they think they need to sell beats in order to make money. Like, it makes sense, 1 + 1 = 2, right? And artists, they think they need to sell songs or get streams in order to make money. That makes sense as well, but that is the bottom tier of making money. That's the easiest thing to do. Easy. When I say easy, I mean it's the easiest thing to think of. You don't really need to use any brain power to do that. Like, you're creating something, to put it up and to try and get money from it is very, very, you know, easy to think of, innit? That's what most people are trying to do. But you're not going to make a lot of money than that. You're not going to make a lot of money doing that. The reason why is because you need to get a lot of streams to make money as an artist, and as a music producer, it's difficult out here. You might not sell any beats. Real talk, I've had a BeatStars account for just over a year. I haven't sold one beat on there, not one. Now, I haven't been uploading for the last maybe 5 months because I just don't care about it anymore, but I did upload consistently for like 6 months and I didn't sell any beats. Yeah, so that's something that can happen. Now, off BeatStars, I've sold more beats, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about how you can basically look at something that is a common thing and then turn it into your own thing, or make a better value proposition that will help you make more sales compared to the rest of the market. Okay, so selling beats, selling music, selling your art, basically. Why shouldn't you do that? Well, the #1 reason why you shouldn't focus on selling your art as your main income stream. Now, you can sell your art. Like, I'm not saying don't sell your art. I'm just saying don't have it as your main income stream. The reason why you don't want to do that is because it puts a lot of pressure on your creation process. And then you're not able to just enjoy the creation process and to just create for the sake of creating. Instead, you're thinking about the commercial ramifications of your creation. You're thinking, wow, will this sell? Oh my God, this won't sell, so now I need to change that. And that just, it destroys the whole creative process. And if you keep on doing that over a period of time, you're just gonna hate it. You're not gonna love this thing anymore. You're not gonna love making beats. You're not gonna love making songs. You're not gonna love making whatever art you make or doing whatever you do. Okay, so that's why I suggest you stay away from that. Instead, you can create products around your creation process. Yeah, that will allow you to make enough money to continue to create and not worry about making what you create something that's commercially viable. Okay, so let's get into it. Yeah, first of all, let me give you a few examples of what I'm talking about, of ancillary products, which are they're parallel to your art, but they're not actually your art. Okay, so for example, I make beats, right? And I make songs. Yeah, now I've got a template that is a mixing template for beats, and I've got a template that's a mixing template for vocals, for songs, basically. So I sell those. Yeah, these are products that other people who want to make beats and other people who want to make songs will want. It helps them make their beats sound better, helps them make their songs sound better. And best part is, I don't need to worry about my songs being commercially viable or my beats being commercially viable in order to sell those templates. They just need to sound good so that I can show a good example and get people to want to purchase that so that they can solve their own problems. Now, the best way to have a business, the best way to have a business that's successful is to solve problems. Technically, art doesn't really solve any problems. Like, it just doesn't. Like, you can say, this is recreational, it's going to make you happy or whatever, it's going to solve the problem of boredom, but really, let's be real, you're not solving any real specific problem that people have a burning desire to solve. So it's going to be hard to sell that. It's a very hard sell when you're not solving a specific problem. Solving specific problems is how you make a lot of money selling stuff online, and how you make this job easier on yourself, and how you make it easier to market, and how you make people actually interested in what you're selling. Okay, so I feel like I've given you enough spiel and given you enough background that we can get into the questions now. Now, these are the questions that you need to go through in order to figure out what your product is. Now, the first question is, what is the goal of your target audience? Now, whatever you're doing, if you want to start a business, you need to have a target audience in mind. And for this whole thing, I'm going to give you the example of my business because it will just be easier to relate to you, okay? The goal of my target audience, and my target audience are music producers and artists. You should pick one, don't pick two. Picking two makes it more difficult, but you know, these are two things that come together, and like, I'm basically targeting people who are like myself, music producers who are also artists, but in that I can also target music producers and I can target artists, so people who do the different things separately, okay? So the goal of my target audience is, like, the ultimate goal is to make great songs that people love, yeah? That's the artist, to make great songs that people love, create a career that they can make money out of, a sustainable career, and get fans and all that sort of stuff, yeah? Great stuff. Now, the music producer, they want to make beats that artists love and make money off their art, basically, and create a career out of making music, okay? So these are the basic goals of my target audience. Now, the second question you need to answer is, what steps does it take to reach that goal? So let's go through this. Artist. The steps you need to go through in order to create a song that people like is, you need to have a good beat, you need to write good lyrics, you need to mix it properly, you need to master the song properly, you need to know how to upload your song to all the digital streaming platforms, you need to know how to market your song, you need to know how to potentially create a music video, which is part of the marketing, and in order to create a sustainable income, you either need to get millions of streams, so you need to really double down on the marketing, or you need to understand how to create digital products, okay? And then you need to know how to build a business, then you need to know how to market that business, then you need to know how to sell, then you need to know maybe some copywriting, some marketing, you know, we can go on. Maybe you need to know YouTube, maybe you need to know Instagram, maybe not Facebook, let's leave Facebook out of it, maybe you need to know Twitter, yeah? There are many steps that can go into this, okay? And each one of these steps, yeah, is a place where you can create a product, yeah? Okay? So with the music producer, you know what? We can do the music producer as well, because that is actually something that I've been focusing on with my actual business, okay? So with the music producer, they want to make beats that artists like, and they also want to make money from their music, make money from their music career and all that sort of stuff, create a sustainable music career, basically. So with this music producer, first they need to understand how to make beats, understand how to make beats that people can rap over, yeah? So basic music theory, understanding of the genre that they're in, understand how to upload their beats to a marketplace where people can buy it, how to market their beats to artists who are willing to pay money, maybe how to create promotional videos for those beats, then how to create digital products. Let's come back to that, because this is the way you're actually going to make money. How to create digital products, how to create digital products around, you know, what you actually do and what you love. For example, if you're really, really good at melodies, you could create a MIDI kit, or you could create a loop pack. However, if you're really, really good at drums, you can create a drum kit. Or if you're really, really good at synthesis, you can create a expansion pack to Omnisphere or whatever VST you're using. Okay, so there are a variety of different ideas and different things that you can make around your skills and around how you're going to solve those problems for other people. For example, a MIDI pack solves a lot of problems for producers if they're not really good at music theory and if they don't really know how to create melodies and whatnot. So does the loop kit. The loop kit does the exact same thing, but it doesn't have as much flexibility as the MIDI pack, but it also helps people who don't have any good VSTs. Okay, now a template also helps the producers get their music sounding professional so that artists can listen to it and they'll be like, oh, this is something I can hear myself on. Okay, so there are a bunch of steps. I'm not going to go through every single one. I think I've gone through most of them, but you kind of get the gist. Like, the end goal is to have a music career that makes you money and that you love and that you enjoy, and you get to make music every day. Yeah, that's basically the end goal for both of these gentlemen. But there are a bunch of steps that they need to take in order to get there, and along that way are your products that lead them to this end goal. And you can have a product that brings them to that end goal as well, but along the way are the different ideas for products that you can create. Okay, very, very straightforward. Write these questions down, it's going to help you out a lot. So first question, what is the goal of your target audience? Second question, what steps does it take to reach that goal? Okay, write these things down. Third question, how can you help them, your target audience, get through these steps? Now, these are the products that you can actually create. So for example, when I said, you know, they want to make sure that, you know, their songs sound professional, there you go, mixing template. Okay, you don't know music theory, MIDI pack, loop kit. Okay, you don't have good sounds, drum kit. Yeah, or expansion to Omnisphere or whatnot. You don't know how to market, here's a course on marketing yourself on Instagram or marketing yourself on YouTube or what have you. Okay, every single step you can create a product for it. You can create an informational product, you can create a product that just solves that specific problem if you've got the skill that can do that. The possibilities are endless until, you know, you get them to reach their end goal, and at that point, great job, they can go on their way. They don't need to buy anything else from you. Okay, so basically what you want to do is help people reach their goal. Yeah, and when you help people reach their goal, you're going to be able to reach your goal as well. That's just the way it works. Fourth question, how can you get them closer to their goal? And it's basically the exact same format, the exact same thought process as how can you get them, you know, how can you get them through those steps? But now you're thinking about, you know, if they're at this step, how can I get them closer to their end goal? For example, maybe someone's at the step where they're just learning music theory and whatnot. Now, there are many ways that you can get them closer to their goal. You can give them a loop pack, you can give them a MIDI pack. You can also, you know, do a full course on teaching them how to create a beat, which I've done, which also brings them closer to their goal as well. But here, you're considering what step people are at and how you can move them down the ladder, basically. So it depends where they're at on what they're going to get next. Okay, so first you can just look at all the steps and think about, just brainstorm a bunch of different products that you can create to get people through the individual steps. Then you can look at these steps and be like, okay, what kind of person is going to be at step number 4, where they're thinking about, okay, I'm ready to actually start putting out music, but I need to learn how to mix my stuff. So now, you know, you got the template, you got the course or product, or even just a video on how to upload their songs to streaming platforms and whatnot, how to write better songs, you know, all this sort of stuff can get that person from this step to closer to their goal. Okay, very similar to the previous question, but not exactly the same. Question number 5 is, how can you get them to their goal faster or with less effort? Now, this can come in the form of a service, for example, consulting, like actually walking people through the steps and whatnot and teaching them exactly what they need to do. Or instead of just a MIDI pack, you can give someone a course which will teach them how to create those melodies and whatnot and help them get where they want to get to faster than you know, just looking at the midis and trying to learn from that. You can actually break it down and teach them how to create those midis. You could do like a one-to-one coaching session, teaching people how to produce, or critiquing people's songs or production and that sort of stuff. Basically anything that can speed up the process, that can give people like a little bit of an edge, that's where these kind of products will be. So these are basically enhancer products. So first, you just have the basic products that walk people through the steps. Then you think about, you know, how can you get them from a specific step closer to their goal? Then you think, okay, how can I get them there even faster? And these will be more expensive products, which will generally cost you more time. So it might be a service. As I said, it might be consulting, it might be one-on-one teaching and what have you, okay? Now, there's one more thing I want you to think about before we end off. And that is, are there any services that you currently have that you can turn into a product? This is like the first step that I bring to people who have a business and they want to create digital products. It's like, do you have a service that you're providing right now? Maybe, yeah. Is it a service that people want? A service that you spend a lot of time on? Yeah. Turn that into a product. What that does is it gets rid of you spending all that time getting that done. And what it does is it creates something that you can basically put out and make money with in your sleep. It productizes that service. Now let me give you an example of a service that can be productized. The mindset you can approach this with is, instead of you doing it for them, which is a service, you give them the tools to do it for themselves. So a service I could provide is teaching someone how to produce. I could get on a call with them on Spotify, or not Spotify. What's that thing that we don't use anymore? Skype. You can use Skype. And basically walk them through, you know, how to produce, walking through, you know, the basics of chord progressions and that sort of stuff and creating melodies, or walking someone through how to record their song, what they need, all that sort of stuff. Instead of that, which is a service that's going to take me a lot of time, and because of that I'm going to need to charge a lot, I can turn that into a product. So instead of me walking someone through how to create a beat and whatnot, I can create a course, which is pre-recorded videos where someone can go through that course at their own pace. And now they have basically the same information, maybe a little less custom, but it's the same information that they would have needed and they would have got in order to get to their end goal. But now they can do it on their own time, and I can remove myself from that process, so that product can then bring in income without me trading my time for money, which is like the worst way to make money. Trading your time for money is the worst thing. Yeah. I don't know if I've done a video on that, but I should. Don't trade your time for money. It's exhausting, it's not great, and it puts a cap at what you're able to earn. Now if you have a product, there's no cap on what you're able to earn. Like if you were selling a service of teaching people how to produce, the cap is on the amount of time that you have. But on a course, there's no cap. You can sell infinite amounts of that, no matter how much time you have in the day. So keep that in mind. Do you have a service that you can turn into a product? Think about that, okay? If you go through this checklist, you go through these questions, you should find yourself having ideas for digital products that you can create for your business, that you can create for yourself, so that you can basically create in peace. You can create art in peace. You don't have to worry about making your art commercially viable, because you've already made products that can make you money and create a sustainable income for you, where you're solving people's problems and you're solving your own problem of needing to make money, and you could just make art in peace, which is what it's all about, man. And that's the life that I'm living right about now. I'm making art in peace. I don't need to worry about people liking my music or whatever. I don't care. As long as I like it, that's what it's all about. But obviously, you know, you still will care, like, if other people like it. Like, even if you don't need to, a little part of you is going to be like, yeah, I want people to like it, innit? But you don't have to make people like it in order to make money, which is very, very important, because you can still make money from all these digital products and all these other things, which are parallel to you actually making your art. So that's that. Now, I've got a playlist that will teach you how to set up your own website, how to sell your digital products online, how to market your digital products. I've even got a video on that. Link down below to go to that playlist. That's a great playlist to check out. You're going to learn a lot about online business and how to basically set everything up so that you can have a fully functioning online business and start making money online. definitely go and check that playlist out and watch all the videos in there. You're going to learn a lot, and it's going to take you to the next level and help you out a bunch. Now, if you've got any questions or any other videos you want me to make, please let me know in the comment section down below. And in the next video, you're going to learn more about music, online business, and online marketing. I'll see you next time. Peace out.